morning, everybody. How are we doing today out there in the old Twitch land? Welcome aboard. Happy Wednesday to you all out there in the great blue universe. So I'm here today to come in and do all sorts of readings for you. How's it going, Monica? Nice to see you. Just started my stream here, so it's nice to see that you're on here today. Welcome in from YouTube. I hope you guys are all having a great day today. So, let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Joshua. I am the Unknown Prophet. I do free tarot readings here on Twitch from 7 to 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. I use my own homemade tarot deck, the 5-Pass Tarot. It's right over here. That's the picture of it there. I do accept donations. If you guys think I did a good job today or think I have given you a good reading and you would like to donate, please do so in the QR code. You can either scan the QR code over here. Oh, pardon me. Or you can go to my Cash App and send me some money if you would like to. But these are completely 100% free. So you don't have to worry about paying me if you can't afford to do it. I do this for spiritual reasons. I try to give you some life coaching. I try to give you some positivity. I will tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. What my cards say, I always do it with an intuitive reading. I do 2 different kinds of readings here on Twitch and YouTube. I do like a past, present, future, and then I pull you a destiny card, and then I also do a what I call the path layout, which is kind of like your past path, what you're waiting for path, what your hard path is, what your easy path is, what your unseen path is, and then I draw you a leap of faith card, and then I drop you a where can you find home at or where are you most home at card. So those are the kinds of readings that I give, and if you guys have any questions or anything about that, I try to find you the best possible path for you. Before we start, remember, the future is always in your own hands. No matter what I come here to tell you today, you have the right and responsibility to go live the life you want to live. So go live the best life ever today by deciding today will be your best day ever. That is my biggest advice I give out. So I am here. No, Monica, you can get if you want a 1-card reading, I can also do that. And you can answer a yes or no question if you want me to do that. I can do that. I am a medium and a psychic as well, but I generally, if you want my cards to help you with it, I will help you find the best possible path for you. So you let me know what you need, Monica, and then we can go from there. So. And I do have a little bit of a lag on YouTube sometimes, so please be patient with me if I don't see you say something right away, okay? Okay, what I want you to do is I want you to think of a number 1 through 52, and then I want you to pick that number when you are ready. Keep that question in your head, and I will see what my deck says for you today, okay? We'll do you 1 card with a qualifier for that. And this will probably let you know what the result could be. I just need a number 1 through 52, Monica, so I can give you your answer. Are you still with me, Monica? If you would like me to look into my cards and see what your answer might be, please let me know a number 1 through 52, and that's where your answer is in my deck. I've already shuffled it for you, so all you got to do is let me know a number. Okay, I don't know if Monica is still here or not. So I will have to just say, okay, well, if you come on back, Monica, we can see if we can help you here. In case you're still watching for some odd reason and I just don't see it, and people don't want to pick their card for them, I just go with the 11th card in my deck. So I will just give you an answer here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And what's your qualifying? Okay, Monica, if you're still with me, maybe this helps you a little bit decipher if he will contact you today. You have my buds card. Okay, give me a second here while I reduce the screen here just a tiny bit. You have my buds card, which means you're starting to open up and accept those things that are being given to you. So you're starting to get that little seed there, starting to finally open up and put all those leaves out into the universe. So you're ready to receive that. So maybe that, I think that would mean that possibly they will contact you today. But what I want you to realize is that you have to put some of that energy out to you because you are the one who's sending that message out to the universe. So what you have to understand is when you're a bud, that means you're getting ready to open up and accept those things. So you have to be really willing and able to accept that. So there might be something in communication that you're not dealing with right now. So kind of like that's one of the answers that I see coming for you. When I've drawn you a qualifying card, you got the sapling card. That means there's new growth coming, new experiences because you are starting to just when you stop being the seed, now this is going to help you kind of continue forward and you're going to be a whole unit now. So that the sapling is all about that new growth, that new experience, that new breath of fresh air and life. So when you're a sapling, you're just beginning. So I would take your time, be ultra communicative with it, be honest, be open, and above all, be able to talk to one another about even the bad, ugly, and icky stuff right away. That way you start your relationship with a complete open book about each other and there are clear expectations. So hopefully that answers your question today. If you're still here, I hope that helps you in some way. What I kind of feel like it's a timing issue. It's a timing issue from what I'm getting from my perspective or what I'm getting from my intuitions are saying. It's all about timing. You just aren't connecting on in the right moments. You know, either they get busy and then you get busy and then they get busy and then you get busy. So maybe that's something that you need to consider here. And Monica, I hope you have a great rest of the day. Hopefully that answers your question today. In case you were just wondering and you pop back in, your card said that there is new growth opening up for you, but you have to be able to receive it. There's a lot of new things going on here because you are also getting ready to experience your own growth spurt too. So take some time that you need. All right. Uh, so anyway, guys, one of the things I like to do here is when I don't have a lot of people here, I like to give you guys a little bit of my sage advice as it was. So, and whether or not you want to take it or not, it's up to you. You play the greatest choose your own adventure game you will ever play in your entire life, guys. It's called life. And let me tell you just a little bit about this wonderful game you get to play. Okay. Now, everyone thinks that all the rules are already decided for us, right? No, we have this ultimate playground that we get to play around in. Now, we accept certain rules and laws because that's what keeps us from, destroying ourselves, basically. So, but everyone wants to belong to something or someone, or even if that's themselves, to be able to say, I am one with myself and I at least know myself well enough to move forward. My cards are designed to help you find the best possible path for you. Now, what does that mean? Well, that means like your life is not a straight line. Okay, as much as we like to think so, sometimes we get trapped in this thing that we only can do one motion in this universe. Time is not like this thing that only progresses in one way, because we can look back into the past. We can see it. We know what happened. That's what history is for. That shows us what happened. Yesterday, I can remember, so I know yesterday happened. Okay? As if I wake up every day and this is the Matrix and all that fun stuff, well, I guess then I'll have to discover that when I finally take that right pill. Okay? But, in the life that we are living right now, this journey that we are taking together here, it's all about those experiences that we get to take. Now, when you're little, really, really little, and you can't really make a conscious, really choice, like baby to almost 5 to 6 years old, okay? Once you reach the age of reason, which is around like 8 or 9, depending on the child, because let's face it, some kids are just born smarter than others. And hey, if your age of reason starts at conception and you can remember everything, well, I hope that was a fun experience. But not a lot of us get that. So more on the general basis, we have to go live our lives every day, trying to do the best we can with what we have in front of us. Now we can decide to live a life that we really want to live because every day we have to make a choice. Is this the life I want to continue to live, or is this the life that needs to change? If life needs to change, sometimes we consider bad things or evil things that happen to us as things that are bad to us. No, they're just opportunities for us to realize what we don't really want in this world. When you make a mistake, when you did something that you weren't really supposed to do and you learned a lesson from it, you can learn a lot of lessons. I wish people wouldn't be so hard on themselves when it comes to being negative about themselves, because we have to accept all parts of ourselves in order to be a whole, complete person. If we don't accept the goods and the bads together, how can we make an informed decision? If we only listen to one side of our head and don't make a decision based on not only rationalness, but what we have emotionally going on there, that's the way we should try to live our lives the best way we can. Now, am I an expert in everything? No, I've been through a lot of stuff in my life, and I have this unique ability to be able to help put people on the path they're supposed to be on. I've always been a man of service. I've always been a man who wanted to help people. In my entire life, that's all I've ever wanted to do. And most of that came from me wanting to help myself sometimes. So I'm as human as you are sometimes, and I do make mistakes sometimes. But if the worst thing that happens to you today is you come here and you get something to think about today, and that's all that I do for you today, well, then that is enough for me. If you come here and you get a reading from me and that helps change your life a little bit and moves you into a direction you really want to be going in, well, then you have to go back and decide what that reading meant to you and how it will affect your life, because you still have the choice. Once I've given you the reading, you still have to make the physical, mental, and spiritual choice to change, to go into the direction that you are seeking. You know, a lot of people out there want to know if the person who loves them back. Ask them, okay? Ask them point blank, do you love me the same way I love you? And if they can't give you a definitive yes, I do, and this is the reasons why, maybe you should reconsider that. You don't have to accept your life the way it is. You can change it. It took 4 years ago, approximately 4 years ago, my mom died when I was in the mental hospital, surviving my 7th suicide attempt, okay? So I've not always been a happy man. I used to worry a lot. I used to be chronic worrier more. I had high anxiety. I had high depression. It wasn't until I said, you know what? All this stuff isn't making me happy anymore. I keep reliving the same patterns over and over and over and over again, until I realized that I had the ability to change that. All I had to do was say, I want to be as happy as the cat, my kitty cat who's sitting in the sunlight getting their belly rubbed. That's exactly what I did. I looked at my cat one day and I saw how much she was enjoying the sunbeam and enjoying me rubbing her belly. And I said, I want to be that happy. So, that's what I decided to be. I decided to try to find my happy. What did that mean? That meant I had to go get myself a little bit more physically better. I had to go get myself a little bit mentally better by getting the help that I needed. That meant I had to seek in my head this more spiritual thoughts that I had to do. When I listen to my guides and they're here to help me, not only help you, but part of my journey and my journey back towards the people that I love and stuff is going to be through love and trust. Now, have I always made the best decision in the world? I can tell you, most of us don't always make the best decision in the world, but that's the only way we're going to grow and learn and change. Now, if you ask anybody who's ever known me in my life, I don't give up on projects. I complete those projects and move forward from those projects. But a lot of people have seen me to try a lot of different things in this world because I like the experience game. I like to try something out and experiencing it, seeing if it will work for a while. And if it seems to be something I'm passionate about, I stick with it. I've stuck with this for 3 years. I do a podcast on Fridays. You guys can come check me out on my podcast if you ever want to check that out. And that's about bringing our world closer together. It's about showing that we can have a professional job or some kind of thing that we do out there every day in the world that gives us what we need for our own existence. And then we can do something personal with our lives that is tied into our professional and personal lives. We always think they're so separate, but they're not. They have to work together in tandem. And while we're doing that, we can do something small every single day to do something to save this world. So I bring interesting people onto my show to talk about social topics of the day, social issues in general, and try to figure out how we can start actually bringing this world to be the place we want it to be instead of, my evil plan, which I should kind of warn you about. I have an evil plan, and if you don't come stop me on Fridays at 6 p.m. for our new hour-long episode this Friday on the 14th. Okay, but and that's gonna be we're kind of revamping it to. It used to be called a comedy satire show. I said it's not really comedy; it's more of a social issues with a little bit of comedy, a tiny bit of satire, because I play an evil villain hell-bent on destroying the world, but I'm giving everyone out there one last chance to come stop my evil plan. And that's kind of what I'm looking forward to, is getting back into doing more interviews, finding more interesting, fun people to bring onto my show, some more new bands, some more businesses, some new just awesome people I found on Twitch and stuff like that. I have to start my interview game back up again by starting to connect with people. So if you know anybody who would like to be on my podcast and like to have an interview on the Josh Show, please contact me at joshuablessy@yahoo.com. That's JOSHUABLESI at Yahoo. Okay? Thank you guys. I appreciate that. But you can also come see me game here from time to time. And I do like to travel around Twitch land and see who else is doing all sorts of fun stuff out there in the universe. So, it's always fun to see what people are up to and do what they're passionate about, I try to show a lot of people, what I think will be most beneficial for them, So hopefully I help you here today. I'm here to do that. So if you guys need anything, please let me know. I'm here to do readings for you until 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And then I'm going to go lay down, try to get some dishes done. But it's going to be a lazy day if I can help it today, because I've been doing a lot lately. So, whatever. How's it going, Jess? How you doing today? Are you having a good day today? You know, man, I'm having a good morning so far. Trying to stay positive, keep the day going. Today's going to be my best day ever. So we just keep working on that. Checking my mail right now. So please be patient with me while I check my mail. Nothing I needed to worry about. Sorry, I'll have to find out what the heck is going on there. Either for some reason my taxes aren't being I don't see you typing to me right now. I'll have to go check it out after the storm. Okay. Sure can, Rose. How can I help you today? What's your question today, Rose? Okay, would you like a past, present, future on that then? Like a 3-card past, present, future reading on that, Rose? Okay, so here's what I would like you to do. Pick a number 1 through 10, and that's how many times I'm going to shuffle my deck, okay? Once we're done with that, we'll go to the next step. So first, pick a number 1 through 10. Okay, number 8. Gotcha. Give me a second here. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now pick a number 1 through 52, and that's where your answer is in my deck. What number would you like to pick? $38. Give me a second here. One, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, and the 30th card is where your past is, present, future, and the destiny card. Okay, so I want you to think of this in terms of this could be your answer or what you wanted. My cards are designed to help you find the best possible path for you. So your question was if love was offering for you in April. Okay, it might have something to do with George. So just kind of keep that in mind and find out what his intentions might be at this moment. So in the past, you kind of had to consult some of your ancestors here. Give me a second here. I'm gonna increase my screen so you can see this real quick. Okay, so you got the ancient card, which is all about listening to that higher power or that higher self that makes the better decisions in your life. And I want you to start asking yourself, is this what I really need to help fill me and keep me happy and supported and a part of a team? Because when you're about to enter a relationship, make sure that you are ready first with loving yourself first. If you have done that, then you've listened to that higher power, you've listened to your higher self, and you're ready to make a healthy relationship choice. So kind of keep that in mind, is that this might be asking you also to seek out someone with a little bit more wisdom than you or me who might be able to give you some good advice. Now, this could be a grandfather, or it could be anybody who you would see as a wise person. So just try to get their little bit of a take on it and take into consideration everything that they can say. Okay. What's going on in the present right now, maybe why this isn't happening. Have you been holding on to a little bit of anger for some reason? Because you got my anger plate. Maybe there is something that kind of upset either you or them that they have to kind of resolve before they can move forward. So something has to be resolved before you guys can move into another stage. So what kind of happens is maybe you're angry with yourself for not loving yourself enough. Anger doesn't necessarily mean I hate you. Okay, you can also say I hate me. So maybe there's some things you need to let go of in order for you to be ready for this relationship. Because letting go of that anger is a part of that grieving process. You have to mourn the old relationship before you can get a new relationship. And maybe you haven't let go of some of those old baggage things from that previous relationship. And that's kind of what's going on here. My suggestion is to you to do today is go find an old plate you hate, write that person's all the things that you don't want in a person to come into your life that could love you, and I want you to smash it on the ground or smash it into a billion pieces, and then move forward from that and start accepting that you are going to start a new and interesting relationship. But here's a little bit of hope for you coming up in the future. You've got my seeds card. Well, what does seeds cards mean? So when you are about to create those seeds in life, you're about to give yourself away to the great world that is at large. You have grown enough within yourself that you are ready to start spreading more of yourself around. Okay, so that means you might have to be a little bit more available too. It might be an availability issue. It might just be that you haven't yet dropped those seeds. Yes, Dragon, after I'm done with this person, I will happily give you a reading. So seeds are all about, we have all this potential within ourselves, but until we are ready to let go of that potential and start letting it spread to other places, so that love, that commitment, that respect that you have has to start planting itself into the ground so it can start to grow. So it's about the beginning portion of that. You have to drop the seed down or drop that thing into the future. So this is kind of your future card saying, hey, there might be some things coming up for you, some options that you might not have been aware of. So you might have more than one option available. You might have to just pick the right seed or the right person. Okay. Now, if this George person that you're thinking about right now, that you're wondering if they're going to call you, why haven't you called them? And why haven't you taken it upon yourself to go seek that answer? What are you afraid of? The worst that can happen is that you stay friends or you don't stay friends or whatever, but you have to make some kind of initial contact because it sounds like it's something you need to grow with a little bit more. And maybe they're just not ready for that personality quite yet. But you got my Great Oak card, which means that, and this is a destiny card, what I pulled for here. And this is kind of the overall stance of what's going on in your life right now. Now, the Great Oak is all about being mature enough and ready enough for this, because it's all about growing up within yourself. You've fixed all the stuff that's going on inside of yourself. You feel like a healthy, complete person, and you're ready to start adding more things into yourself to help you even grow even more. It's a maturity level. So maybe that maturity level needs to raise up just a tiny bit, because it's saying to me that what you need to do is consider yourself that healthy person first. So maybe they have a little bit of growing to do too before they're going to be ready for you. Things happen in the right time that they're supposed to happen. Have a conversation with this person and ask them, what can we do to grow this better together? If you're waiting for that answer and want to know his intentions, the best way to get that answer is to seek that answer. Now you have to be ready for what they're going to say. They might say, I'm not quite ready yet. I've got some things going on. So don't construe them not contacting you for not having interest. They just might not have the time. That's kind of what I'm seeing from the reading. When I look all over your whole reading there, Rose, I kind of think that it looks like maybe you weren't listening to some of that advice in the past that maybe might be beneficial to you. So maybe someone was telling you something that you weren't ready to really hear, but you kind of consider before going into this new relationship. Don't forget to get rid of some of these anger things that might be not liking yourself, or maybe they need to let go before they're ready to come into that life too. So they might be working on some stuff, but you've got all the potential in the world to make that relationship grow. It's still at the beginning stages. It hasn't quite yet come to that budding moment. You are still just a seed. You haven't flourished quite yet. So it's coming into the future. So it looks like it might be something kind of going along with it. So what I did is just to remember to stay communicative and open and be okay with the answer no. If the answer is no, no is not the end of the discussion. It just means no right now, not this time, whatever. So I really hope that helps you today make an informed decision. And you want to know what his intentions are. The best way to do is be communicative and open about what your intentions are. Okay? Because that's going to let them know what kind of a relationship you're going to be ready for. Go on it with eyes wide open and don't put all those masks on to begin with. You're going to have a healthier relationship. Trust me, it works better that way. So I really hope you have a really good rest of the day. And I hope that really does help you a lot, Rose. Remember, the future is always in your own hands. No matter what I tell you here today, you have the right and responsibility to go live the life you want to live. So go live the best life ever, Rose. That's my last and final advice to you. Okay, then, Mr. Dragon, you've been here before. What kind of a reading do you need today? Or Dragon, I should just say Dragon. All right. How many times do we want me to shuffle? Six. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. And I'll pick your number 1 through 52 there, my friend. 6. Give me a second to count that out. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3. All right. Your past, your present, your future, and a destiny card for you today. All right. So here we go, Dragon. Here's your past, present, future today. Okay. So in your past, maybe it's about time that you worked a tiny bit harder on what you need to work on because you got the easy path in my past. In the past. Okay, what that means is you've been doing a step-by-step progression on accomplishing a goal. Maybe it's time to try a different path. Even the easy path can become detrimental to you sometimes. Sometimes you have to go through that adversity. Sometimes you have to go through that hard path or that unseen path. So, but this is basically saying, hey, look back at what worked before. Maybe it will still work for you, but you have to find a new way, a new goal to achieve. So start taking those little steps into those past. You've been making those little goals and accomplishing them and getting to the point where you need to get to right now. So maybe that's kind of saying to you, hey, it's okay to, when we're looking in the past to result, all the things that I have done have led me up to this point. And I kind of feel like what this is basically saying to you is, hey, maybe it's time to start taking that path if you haven't done so, or maybe it's time to start thinking about going in a different direction. Okay. What's going on in your present right now? It's all about integrating yourself. Okay, we have a lot of these wonderful, beautiful colors about ourselves, these wonderful beautiful emotions, these wonderful, beautiful things about ourselves that we have to learn to bring together and to integrate with ourselves. We have to become the light that's in the center of all of that. Even though we have all of the stuff going around us, we still have to have a focus point to integrate those together to become one thing, one light. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to accept both light and dark parts of yourself, but there are little things about, maybe some of the good things about yourself you need to consider adding back into yourself, or and some things that maybe not always be so, that might be construed as negative from other people, but they're more protections for yourself. Okay, so kind of remember to protect yourself and also seek those new things at the same time, and find a good way to marry them together by increasing your light into this year, into the world. What's kind of coming up into you for your future? What's kind of coming, and what is kind of coming? It's all about that reflection. Just like in the integrate part, you saw those little pretty pictures in there. You see all the colors. You see all the mirrors in here. They have lots of light and dark places in them. And it doesn't look like there's a picture there, but there is. Even though it may not look like the picture is one you can see right in front of your eyes, it just takes you some time to look into the reflection and see the whole mirrored image, because you're looking through a lot of different lenses right now and not always considering what needs to happen in the future. So to reflect on what you want in your future. What do you want to represent? What do you want to be? What kind of person do you want to represent? So that's kind of what this is basically saying. Take all those little mirrors and go, I am a one whole person. I see the whole picture. Why is this all coming about? Or what is kind of the lesson you need to learn today or be aware of? It's all about that change. You know, change in my deck means that there's a lot of wonderful choices in front of you. You have a lot of different projects and stuff. They can have different amounts of precious to you. So that's why there's a penny, there's a dime, there's nickels, there's quarters on here, because each one has a monetary amount. You set aside an amount of personal space, a personal self, to say, hey, this is the one I want to pick up. This is the one I want to be able to go to the store and spend. So what kind of change do I want to pick up? Do I want just a small amount of change, a bigger amount of change, the biggest change I can handle? You get to pick up whatever kind of change you want to carry with you. And that doesn't necessarily mean you can't spend that change somewhere down the road, that you have completed that goal and now you can go to the store and mythically buy yourself that thing that you've been wanting to find all along. So that's basically what your past, present, future is saying, is basically saying, hey, reconsider that maybe you need to start taking a step-by-step progression, or maybe an easier path that you've been doing up until now. But now it's time to integrate all of those parts that you learned from that together as one, to be that one shining light. But also remember that you are a whole picture and not just the little pieces that you can kind of see. You have to kind of pull back from yourself and see that it does make an image that you can see within yourself. So, sorry, I apologize for coffee came back up, okay? But don't forget, you have a lot of choices out there. It's just, there's no wrong choice. It's just a matter of which one do you want to pick up and be able to use somewhere down the road. That's what I feel like your past, present, and future is saying to you today, Dragon. I hope that answers your question. Was there anything else that you needed to know, or did you need a qualifying card today for any of the past, present, futures? Okay, there you go. You're very welcome, Dragon. You're very welcome. And I really appreciate that all the love that you're showing, because that's what we're really here to do today, is just to try to, give people a little bit of guidance. And, when you come here, I try to give you guys some things to think about. Maybe there's some good and bad parts that you need just to work on yourself. We're all a canvas that's just trying to be, we're working on constantly to make that beautiful painting what we want it to be in the end. I really hope you have a great rest of the day and night yourself, Dragon. Be well, be safe, be free. Don't forget, this is the greatest choose your own adventure game you will ever play. So go play the game of life and have the best day ever. All right, now we're going to get back to a little bit more of the old I hope everyone out there is having a good rest of their Wednesday so far. Happy hump day to all those who just hope you had a great weekend. And So. Here's your moment of silly. Hey, honey, how's it going? Oh, there you are. I just said hi to you on the here. If you want, you can put that back open.
You don't have the base here.
No.
Because it almost feels like making the smoke.
All right. We're starting to get down to the end. You want to give me your little jeans here? Oh, that's way more than I thought I had. Okay. Give me a second. Oh. Yeah. Whatever. One's here anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
I guess.
Oh well.
I wish you could have seen that. Comes to make a flying jump at the tetherball and goes boom.
I think you're the only one watching right now.
Oh. Yes. I'm thrilled with you.
At least you get me some watch hours.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of hoping one of these days Smalls will come in and say hi. Just be patient and see.
It's supposed to be in the mid-80s today.
Uh-huh.
In the weekend, raining in 50s.
All right. Nice during the week, crappy during the weekend. Mm.
We have a big thing like Lysol. Not Lysol, Pine Sol.
We did a long time ago. We don't have any more. No, what's going on there?
It's hump day.
Yeah, I know. What day it is, we're thinking.
Well, I'm thinking most people are probably Is there a way to adjust the clock that I use to make it run just a tad slower?
Not to my knowledge. Besides making it go a minute back.
Yeah, I just turned it back 11 minutes.
Other than that, no, I really don't.
Typically have to turn it back 2 or 3 times a week.
I don't know.
Did you drink all the coffee?
Yes.
Okay. Just wondering if it's left. Oh,
Sure. I gave you the last of the coffee I had.
the last of the pot, so to speak. Oh, man.
Indeed.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. One, two, three, fifth card in, honey. Here you go. So, Witchy Beth, here's your one card reading for you today. Today you've got the Foundation Stone. So, Foundation Stone is all about setting a clear foundation for yourself so that you can be a part of the world. So, you have to consider what your foundation is right now and what you are putting upon that foundation. So, you're setting down clear expectations of so that you can be in a place where you are stable and strong and together with one another. So, basically, this is basically saying to you, today, you should work on your grounding and centering, and above all, it should be about setting that foundation down so that you can build upon that. So, and when I draw you, you're qualifying. You got receiving. So be ready to receive more added stability to your foundation because things are coming your way. So it's now going to be time for you to add on to that space so that you can increase those things that you needed to do. So that's your one card reading, my love. I hope that helps you out today. You're welcome. I'll be back there in 29 minutes. There, shuffle is all done. We're ready to rock and roll for the next person who might be in here. We'll see. Okay. So if anyone out there would like a reading, I'm now down to 27 minutes left before I end my stream for today. So if you would like a reading, please let me know in the chat. If you're on Twitch, you can let me know that by !join. If you're on YouTube and would like to give me a reading, please just let me know in the chat as well.
Bye.